Hello, good morning everyone. How are you doing? Oh, what a stretch. Good stretch. Oh, there we go. Do you have the music? I hope not. No, we're good. We're good. Just audio output, but not media player. Let's fix that. There we go. That's how it should be. And then we go to the big screen. The big screen. And we should see a gray hack. There's a gray hack. Nice. Now, did the audio come with that? It did. Very good. Yes. So, I do have a camera on, and this will work. It might be working. I'm not looking the greatest. I'm in a bathrobe because it's cold. I've been rained on this morning, again. So, I'm cold and want to be comfy today. But let's see. How does it look? Well, that's not too look at it apparently. Camera says no. Let's fix that. Question mark? Camera is there. Okay, reset that. Let's go to camera. It says camera phone. What is the camera phone? There we go. Yes. See, beautiful bathrobe. Beautiful. I know. As I told you, it's cold in here. It's very cold. Then we go back to the game. There we are. Nice. Having to cycle around in a race. Cool. Anyways, let's get going, shall we? I need to get ready. My information thing, which made the awesome. I cannot show it to you because if I show it to you, I get hacked. That's the point. Where there it is. Aha, yes. But it made it look better. I made it look better. But now actually it's slightly organized. So first and foremost. Is music good? I think I have to go put for myself for that. I think it's better. I think it's good for you already, right? Let's see. Yeah, music is nice. It's nice and backgroundy. That's what it should be. Yes. Information up, so I can still see you guys. Let's set up my information right there. There we go. So I can see your chats and stuff. I cannot see the screen at the moment, but that probably will be fine. I'm not intending to do a lot of complicated things. Play game, online mode. Yes. I'm not sure if I can delete the computer, so let's delete whatever we had, because we have to restart anyway, because we got hacked. Yeah. This part is used to that now, so it doesn't matter. I'll have to make a new one. Okay, let's go. And what else? I like what else. We need a new password. Let's make something weird. Let's make something weird again. And that's probably too long. It works. It's fine. It is fine. Save it. I made a new color scheme, as you see, just to make it just better visible. I think it's just better. This one in the trash bin. We're gonna start from scratch. We're gonna start from scratch, as we should. Doesn't work that way. Delete. Bam. So, manual code editor. I assume we get the tutorial here, but apparently not. Fine. Fine. We have to figure it out ourselves. That's fine. So first thing we need to do is get into one of these internet connections. Now the best one I see here is this 85 here, Tornado. That is the best one we got. So Tornado is the best one we got. So let's open our terminal. Nice terminal, be there. Good place. To File Explorer. Do you want that? Not right now. I think we want. Actually, I think that's all we need, right? I think it's all we need for now. So we found out a few things. We found how to get from one. We found out how to mess around with File Explorer. That should, yeah, okay, it's on the way. That should execute it. I could click that. I just want to make sure I use this as much as possible. Now we know we can CD, and then we go back to home Asmo, which we are already in. We can CD dot dot, go up one. Now we're in home, so now we are actually in this place here. And we can do the same thing again. To go up one again. So now we are in the root basically. There we are, root. Cool, so that works. We still know how to do that. Nice. Now we have a lot of files in bin. It doesn't work that way. I forgot how to get in a system. That's something I need to keep knowing. I can delete folders, I can make folders. ls to show what's in the folder. Of course we can see it, but just for practice. So ls will set down what's down here. Basically makes a list of what's in here. So you get etc, you get lib. It's not alphabetical, it seems, so that's interesting. That's interesting. But that's our ls command. By the way, all the commands you can find in here. That's what all commands are. There's ls, for example. I've got a lot of things I don't know how to work with. I expected the tutorial to restart actually, to see all the information here. We have to reset tutorial. Don't know if we can. Preferences, tutorial, presets. Yes. There we go. Start tutorial. Okay, let's start from basics, and I can then click this later. If any experience, let's say no. To continue, close this window and then double click on the File Explorer program on the desktop. That's how we start out. Because I want to do it with tutorial. There's a lot of things that I don't know yet. Cool. When you open the File Explorer program, by default it opens the home folder of the user who launched it. Home Asmo. We launched it, that's correct. This is the path where you use configuration files will be saved and where you will normally work. When users create on a machine, the user files will be created automatically under the home path. So we are in home, the users created there. So on the home is where the guy will be. So if you make another user, then it will be under home. It's important to know how the file system is structured. It's quite simple. All folders hang from a main folder, represented with this / character. And it's the first or the highest directory in hierarchy. So all folders hang from the main folder. The main folder is probably this here. This is the main folder. Of this here hangs down there. Right. It's not completely correct what I see. I see sys there, but I see not the I see user. I do see it. Well, I didn't have them all. Oh, I don't see lib here. Lib is not in here. Then they probably made it simpler. Probably simpler. Hey, Mr. O, hey dude, how do, man? We're hacking. We're learning to hack on a virtual PC. This is basically a game. It's a game in which you can learn to hack. And yeah, so I'm on screen. I'm on screen. There I am. There I be. I'm there in my bathrobe, being beautiful as always. How you doing, man? How you doing? Anyway, so we got the main folder from which all the other folders hang. That's this main folder here. Okay. Now go to the main folder, the top folder in the file hierarchy, and click next, which we are in there. Next. Here you can see all the folders that hang from the main one. At the moment we are only interested in the bin folder and the usr/bin folder. So only bin and usr/bin. Those are the two. Go to /bin and press next. We're now bin. Here you can see your aircrack is here, air replay, airmon, CD, that's going up and down file systems. We got that. By default, the commands used by the terminal are saved in the folder /bin. We'll come back here later. Now go to the path usr/bin and press next. Usr bin. Actually, I should do it this way. You know what? Let's try that. So let's go. We're now in Asmo, the root here. How do I go to a certain thing? I know how to go up a CD, right? Going up a CD. But how do you go down again inside the system? Because I need to know this for if I get remote access of the router, I have to use everything using the terminal. So we know, well, we have all these files here. So if I go to user, then command is not found. I want to go to the USR. Is that it? Nope, that's not how it goes. Is it CD? Yeah, but now we're in user. Okay, so we have to do CD all the time. So apparently the CD is for go to. Check. So now the USR folder, we're now in this folder here. And now we want to go CD bin. There we go. I do want to know, can we instantly, I'm now in Asmo Wallace again. So we need to do CD dot go up, now at home, CD dot to go up again, they're back. So can I go to CD and then we use USR /bin and go instantly go there? No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so it has to go USR. I didn't mistype it, right? I mistyped it. Okay. USR /bin. Mistyped it. Oh yeah, it does work in one go. Cool. Good to know. So we don't have to do it in 2 steps. You can do it in 1 go. Check. Did you play assembly yet? I did play assembly. Yes, I did. And I like it. I think it's fun. It does feel a bit unfinished though. I think that there's still things coming in. And there's no tutorial. So it took me a time to find out how it works. But I have played it. Got a decent amount into it. I'm not sure if it's good for a stream though. Not sure if it's good for a stream game because there's not really an obvious path to go down to. I do want to try it out. I'm not really sure there's a good path to go down to it for a stream. Not sure about that yet. But it's fun. It's definitely fun. So we're now USR /bin. That's where we are. Check. Well, it's an early access. Exactly. There's more to add it. And if you want to show it off, I want to show it off as a good product and not when it's not yet done, because then people get the wrong impression and think it's bad or stuff. So I don't want that to happen. So for now, I'll hold off to streaming it. I will play it myself to just feel it out of it. And I already put some bug reports in there, for example. And we see how it grows, but it will take a bit of time. It's not it needs some more cooking. It needs a bit more time in the oven. Yes. So we are on the USR /bin. That's where we are. I will try to use only this to move around here, because I need to practice this. I see too. And here programs that have UI use interface are saved by default. That's basically these things over here and a few others. Because I don't think we've scanned that here. But there's scan. And PDF reader is also not in here, is it? No. Okay. You can run any program by double-clicking it as any operating system. So logview.exe. Log is empty, we haven't done anything. Image viewer, there are no images, but yeah. Remember that in the File Explorer.exe program and on the desktop you can copy files by dragging their icon to the place you want, renaming or deleting files, creating folders, etc. That is basic stuff, yes. You can open the contextual menu on the file or folder to see the available actions by clicking the right mouse button on the file. Rename, create, copy, delete properties, yes. You can see what kind of rights we have, and rights are going to be important because we want to break into things and get the higher amount of rights, so that's cool. Hey PLP, hey dude. Thank you very much, man. Have a good day yourself. Hope you're doing good, man. So we know to open the contextual menu, we got the right mouse button. That's correct, yes. Time to go to the terminal. The terminal, yes. The key. Everything is in there. At certain moments of the game, it will be necessary to execute commands or launch tools that do not have a visual variant. It's easier than it seems to be. Open the terminal, we got that open here. Fine. It wants me to double click, that's fine. Think of the terminal as a kind of file explorer. On the terminal you browse the folders and run programs the same way you do with the file explorer. By default, when you open the terminal, you are in the path of the user. So we're now in root, home, user, Asmo. That's where we start. Start in this case, Asmo. That's where we start. Type PWD in terminal and press enter to launch the command. The command will show you the path you're currently on. So there we go, in root, or that says nothing basically, then home and Asmo, that's where we are. Also need to write down. It's for my own information, because I will need to reread this a lot of times. To list the files that are in the folder where you are, use the ls command. I showed it a second ago, ls. So we got desktop, downloads and config under Asmo. That's the things we have access to. Now you will learn how to create folders from the terminal. You can also create folders from the File Explorer, but it's important that you learn to do it from the terminal. Sorry. To understand how it works. Yes. Let me think. That was WR there, I believe? Or W there. From terminal, create a folder called test in your home Asmo desktop folder. We're now in Asmo. We're going to go to CD desktop. Now we are. Oh wait, sorry. I need to do. That's not it. We have to use capitalization, else it won't work. There we go. Capitalization is important. Check. Execute the ls command to see if. Oh, it did. Okay. Let's make the file, because I know we have to make the file test, but apparently the point of this tutorial needs to feedback where you want to go back to things. So sometimes it just goes ahead a bit too far. But we have I wrote down here mk there. This mk there. Make directory. I think that's what it stands for. Make directory tests. And now we have a directory called test right here. We just made that. We can also delete that by I believe, yeah, it's rm minus r and then test. That should delete that file test. And it did. There we go. Now delete files in this way do not appear in the trash folder. They actually get completely deleted. So they're not in here. It's gift.x, which we're gonna ignore. That one we will not use. This is something we got hacked last time, so I deleted my PC basically. We restart the run, and well, we restart the run, and then the game gives you, hey, this is a free code to get into one of the Wi-Fi connections to break into them. But I think it's fun to break it, so I don't want to use this. So I'm not going to use this. There we go. Hey, some guy, dude, how you doing, man? Have you successful in hacking? I did hack. Last time I hacked into the Wi-Fi network. Got myself a free Wi-Fi network last time, and I hacked some guy's password. Not your guys, but some guy. We did one mission. Yes. Anyways, we're here now. Okay. Execute the ls command to see the files that are in the folder, which we can do right here now. See, they are the same files you see on your desktop. I hope they doesn't move on instantly, but we'll see. Did it move on? Okay, yeah. Oh, it did move on. Now let's have mkdir test to create a folder. Okay. Well, we did it last time, but didn't. So it wants me to make the folder again. There it is. Now to the terminal, you can write the complete path of any file. For example, you can enter the desktop folder from anywhere in the terminal and type the full path. So, okay. Now we are at desktop right now. So we are now at desktop. So cd home / asmo desktop would get me here. Also note that home is not capitalized, but my folder is, and the desktop also is. So that's interesting. So sometimes you use capitalization here, sometimes you do not, which is I need to learn when to and when not to use it. Interesting. The terminal also accepts relative path. I have no clue what that means. What is a relative path? I don't know. I have no clue. This applies to any command you use. What is a relative path? A relative path is a way to specify the location or file or directory in relation to the current working directory. Okay, yeah, I understand that. So we're basically, I'm now in desktop right now. Let's go back to root. Well, let's go back to can we go back to root actually? Would this work? So are we now in root? I don't know. Let's see what's down here. Yeah, we can go to root this way. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so as I did last time. So now we are all the way. File Explorer. We just went instantly to this part. Went all the way up. I didn't know it would accept this / as a directory. It does. That is a directory. That's this directory right here. So now I can go instantly to. We're gonna go back to test here. Actually, let's go into test instantly in one go. So that means cd. Now we are in the root. That means we need to go to home. That means we need to go to Asmo, which is capitalized. Asmo. Write your own name correctly. Then slash it again. Then we go into. Let me think. It's not instantly desktop, right? I think it's something in between there. I need to read it. I forgot which one it was. So we're going to home. Going to Asmo. Oh, it is desktop instantly. Okay. Then desktop. And then we go to test. Which I rather did small letter, because the small letter here. I think that is how it works. And now we're inside of test. So we can do it in one go. And if I do cd /, we're back in root. Cool. Okay, so we did test this. And relative path means if I'm already in for example, if I'm in Asmo right now, I'm no longer in the root, I'm no longer in /, and not actually in Asmo. So we are at the moment in the same folder here. And if I write down a cd desktop, that means it will go instantly to desktop. And if we do test here, there you go. So I don't write down this entire list here, because I'm already here. I can only have to write, this has to be a big letter, capitalization. I keep forgetting that. So typing is hard. There. So because I'm already in Asmo, relative to Asmo, we have to go to desktop and to test to get to test. We don't have to go through all the other steps here. So this should work. Yeah, we're now in test. So that's what I mean with the relative path. It means from wherever you are, beyond there where you have to go. That's what it means there. We figure things out. If you want, you can delete the folder from the UI by clicking the icon with the right mouse button and then select delete, which we'll do because it's the tutorial. You can also delete it from the terminal, which is not completely blue here. Type the command rm-r test. So we used that command earlier to delete it. Note the files that you delete from the UI will be moved to the recycle bin, but if you delete files from the terminal with the rm command, they will be deleted directly when it's going to trash. So now in trash, there should be, there's test, right there. Okay, cool. So we're now on the home path, home Asmo desktop. Let's make sure we are right there. So now, let's see, we shouldn't be in test anymore because test is deleted. So let's see if we can actually go. Desktop, can we go there still? No, it does not expect it. So let's go cd dot. Now we're in desktop tests. Oh, it doesn't understand that. Then this should put me up one level. Okay. CD, is it DC? Am I wrong? Or am I mistaken? I thought it was CD. It's not DC, right? It's CD, yeah. Weird. Maybe because we just deleted file. It doesn't know. That's not the right one. It's the wrong screen there. Command not found. Let's. The terminal doesn't understand this. Apparently we're kind of stuck here because we deleted test. It doesn't know where to go. Okay. Let's go back to home Asmo to go to full command. Okay, we can press that and then You can also return to your home Asmo folder from anywhere in a terminal by typing on the cd command without any parameters. So cd brings me back to where we came from. So before, you already know what's necessary to use the terminal. You still have a couple of important things to know, but I'll tell you later. Cool. Now let's get this bug taken out, because it doesn't understand where we are. And now we're back. Cool. So you do not want to delete the folders you're in, because then you're stuck. Check. Good check. Let's see, something up. There's something up. There we go. Have too many things open. There we go. Cool. Oh, it starts again. It restarts. Ah. Okay. Quickly then. It restarts the entire thing then apparently. Let's do it quickly this time. Have to make a folder again. Test, yeah, that's fine. See desktop. Kinda got stuck there. There's a dot there. There we go. And that's fine. We are open. Yeah, I mistyped that. It doesn't delete the dot there. CD doesn't need that, so it needs to be this. There we go. It's fine. We are in desktop, so it's fine. Yeah. Oh, it does need the dash there, I guess, then. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, it does need the dash here. It does need it. Alright, the path he talks about. We can delete it. We can also, I mean, we just delete it by putting it to the bin by using this here. So let's use this one. Rn. -R as to the right directory, so that should delete it. It did. And that's all we done. Okay, we're now at the right file, so now we're not stuck. Let's go back to the path home Asmo. cd dot. That brings you back one level up to from where you were. So now we are in Asmo, which it would be nice if we would say that, but it says this. It is $sign means you're at home. I don't know. That's the same file, so. You can also return to your home Asmo folder from anywhere in the terminal by typing cd command without any parameters. We know that. There we go. Now we got past this part, so we're no longer stuck. Cool. It will continue. Oh, quick stretch there, and some water. So, as you know, a computer without internet access does not have much utility. At the moment, you do not have access to the network. It's right over there. Your computer is equipped with a wireless network card. If you click on the Wi-Fi icon in the top bar, you can see the network you have at your range. I think if we go to preference here, and we see our installation, yeah, this is what we have. So we have a power supply, we have a hard drive, CPU, empty slots, with a network card, this is the card we're talking about, the Wi-Fi card here. And we have of course a RAM. They're all pretty trash. I mean, 128 megabytes, pretty trash, but you can buy better stuff. Can I do it here? Actually, let's wait for that, because we might make things weird. Okay. Your computer is equipped with a wireless network card. If you click the Wi-Fi icon top bar, you can see the network in your range. This is all in a range. And we do have an 85 over here, which is the one I want to break into, of course. It's time to get access to the network. This part of the tutorial will not be guided. You will have to be able to read the instructions of a series of commands and execute them correctly. The manual is an essential tool to know in detail how programs found in the computer works. In the manual you will find examples of the use of commands and programs. It is always a good idea to check it when you have downloaded a new program. To access a network, open the manual and click on the Getting Started First Steps section to get more information. Getting started, first steps. Okay. If this is your first installation, you will have verified that you do not have access to the network, so you will not be able to do much until you get connected. In future, you will be able to contact your own connections to the network for monthly amount. Hell no. But the moment, I mean, we can break in. Why would we pay, right? It's the whole point to break in things, I believe. So, yeah. Oh, we got ads. We got ads. We're gonna wait. Ads. Ad time. We shall wait. Yeah, okay. That was for I'm just writing down things for myself till the ads are going with 30 more seconds, so we're okay. We have some time. Make sure I got the stuff written down. I should put it on the cat. And the ads are over. Welcome back. I just made something to look better for my own off-screen thing. There we go. So the first steps into hacking the Wi-Fi. Yes, we're gonna get some internet here. Oops, sorry. Let's see. We'll have to access the network in another way. The operating system has a security suite installed by default that can help you connect to the network. So I have a security suite, which is all this down here. For more information, it is recommended you read the following entries in the manual on the terminal programs network commands that read the following order: Airborne, IW list, air replay, and aircraft. Those are the things we need to get into the system here, to get into the Wi-Fi. To launch commands, you need to use a terminal. You will find a shortcut on the desktop. We got terminal right here. When you access to network, we recommend that you create an email account. Use a browser to find the mail service. Okay, so this is the manual. We need to go to terminal programs. The first one was Airborne. Probably network commands and Airborne. This one. Airborne start stop net interface. So this is how you write it. So you write down Airborne. You write either start or stop, and you write down the net interface. Example, Airborne start WLAN 0, for example. I'm going to change this to the right. I think this has to be WLAN 0 actually anyway, because I think it's a monitor thing. Use to enable monitor mode on wireless interfaces. Indeed. It may also be used to go back from monitor mode to management mode. Entering the Airborne command without parameters will show the interface status. What status? Okay, interface WLAN 0, chipset, what chip we have, monitor mode is false, it's not monitoring right now. Okay, so we want Airborne to start with WLAN 0, because that's where we are, that's where we want to start. It's the first step to be able to get the connection password of a Wi-Fi router. The network card needs to be activated in monitor mode. So this is what we got from it. Okay, interface chips the same, of course. Monitor mode is now true. So we now activated. It's now working. Cool. So we now look at we actually activated the camera. Then IW list is the next one. Shows a list of Wi-Fi networks visible for your computer. Basically, this list. Something similar to that. And then you see here the ID here, you see the power, and you see the ESSID, BSSID and the ESSID. Okay. So BSSID is the identifier of the device. So this is actually the device that you can actually touch. That thing, the box you're holding, the router itself, that is this name. Power is the coverage that reaches the Wi-Fi network installed in your PC in a range of 0 to 100%. Hardness number is the closer your device is to your location, and you can capture the packets faster. The better connection basically over here. You want to go for this 85 because it's 85. Tornado over there. And ESSID is the name of the router access point. Cool. So now we are in auto mode right now. So if I now use IWList WLAN0. So now we're gonna see what's around us. We should be a big list here. Now, you can see it here. We also saw it over here, by the way. Device number is 85 over here that I can see. So 85, which is the same as here, 85. There's a tornado over here. Now this here, I want to copy. Control Shift C in terminals will work, and I'm going to open here or Notepad. Yeah, that's where we want to go into. So this is the information we just got. Cool. That's where we want to go in. We probably need this. We probably need both these names. So this is the BSSID. That's the BSSID. The power and the ESSID. Cool. Actually, I can. There. That's the information we got. And that's the name of the router access point. Cool. So that's that's IWList. Now we have to go to AI replay. I think it's AI replay. Yeah. Is it air? Is air a play? Or is it AI replay? I think it's AI replay. I think it's that. Oh, we got a bot in chat. Need to delete the bots. Give me a sec. We're gonna delete the bots. Report the guy for spam, scam, bots or tampering, all of those, all of the above. Scam, yes, people seller. There we go. Next, verification check, and banned. It has been banned. Deleted. Cool. Well, and I need this one open. Yeah, there we go. Okay, air replay, -B BSSID, -E ESSID. Well, we got both these, so that's good. Also, apparently we don't need capital letters there. Used to inject frames on wireless interfaces. The primary function is to generate traffic for later using AirCrack for cracking the router key. Details. Once you've selected a network, you can launch a command to start capturing the necessary data to crack the password. Sorry. So we can use this code here, same as here, and then we fill in our information which we just got. And let's see, in case of failure, it will mean that the router is patched against this vulnerability. So we are actually making use of the vulnerability this way by making traffic and then stealing packages away, and then be able to find out what the actual code is. Once the command is executed, wait for a minimum number of acts to be generated. So let's start already, because we have a pretty slow system. So let's start that. So we want airplay. It's not writing it there. There it is, airplay. And we want to write that with the BSSID. So we want to get all this there. And then we want the ESSID. And then it should start working. It says no. Oh, of course, no, I understand. Yeah, we have to, you see that -B? that, and we need a space there. Cool. And we need probably same thing here. Space and minus E. Minus E. There we go. Try it again. Successful. We're making X. We're making X right now. X will be made. Okay. It will take a while for them to be generated. We're generating them right now. With a good network power, at least 7,000 X will be enough. With the low power networks, you may need as much as 20k X. Okay. Once you have reached the desired number of packets, press Ctrl+C to stop the process and save the information in a text file. This file will be in the same folder where the air replay command was executed. I don't know which file we are, but somewhere we'll make the folder. I should have made it into the right folder, but I didn't, because it's a bit late. Probably on the desktop actually, because I think we were on desktop. We'll find it somewhere. We got 7,000 over here. That should be enough, because we have a good network. So Ctrl+C. And now we have file was kept saved. Okay. It's not here. Check. Okay, where did we save file? Where did we save it? Let's see. Explorer. There it is. It's an Asmo. Okay, there it is. This is the information we got. We want it somewhere else. I think it's fine there. I think we deleted it anyway, right? So I think it's fine. Okay. That's air replay. Yeah, we just used air replay. So now we're going to air crack, because that's the one that cracks open. Key cracking program. Use the file generated by air replay. Okay. Usage air crack file cap. Okay. So we need this file to be cracked. We are in the right folder right now, because this is where we are at the moment, because that's where I put it. So if we now use air crack, and then we use the file name, file slot cap, that's the name, and that should do it. The key found, CER. That's an awful key. That's a really awful key. Let's see if it works. So we're going to Tornado over here. Paste it in. Don't paste too much. I'll leave a capitalization. And we're in. We've now cracked the internet. It's ours. That was pretty awful. That's a pretty awful password, I have to say. So we're done with this one. So I'm just gonna delete that one. We're done with it. Become in the trash. Oh, it does work the way. Delete it. There we go. Nice and clean again. Cool. So we broke into a first file. Give me a second. Yeah, it works. It works. Good. Had some sniffles. My apologies for that. Okay. Got that one done. Check. So now we've done that. We have internet access. So let's get and find a mail service. Because we need one. Now the point in this game, it's an MMO. There's a lot of other people here, and the idea is to crack each other's systems. So these are all hackers, you know? So there's a lot of them who make fake email address services. So never click the first one. Never click the first one. Official site for the Fun Bureau of Investigation Grey Hack. I'm pretty sure this one is just made by someone. Home about new trusted banks. Very official and stuff. Yeah, sure. I don't believe much of it. Let's use this one. Let's see what this one does. Let's hope we it's redacted. That's all good. Email services. Choose a username. Okay, let's write down a new username from mail. That will be my username. It should be redacted, I hope. It is, nice. And then a password. And it will also be something gibberish. Just basically roll face over keyboard to make something. To make it difficult, because people will break into your stuff. There we go. Cool. So now the email system. Now also need to get a bank. Now I remember that on our stream this was not patched. You see here there's all this redacted and stuff because I have stream mode on, so they cannot see. You cannot see this because I can get hacked this way very easily. So let's go. Let's go here and start. Actually, I should favorite, shouldn't I? Add currents. That's our mail. Check. Then let's start with bank. Page not found. Homepage. Official coin website. Let's not do that. Random bank. Home register login. Are you tired of keeping the money under the mattress of your bed? It's normal. You just should. You should not do it. At this place we have safes. It sounds cool. This is the second page. Third page. Let's take this one. Now it's redacted. This is redacted. That's good. Register. Your email address. That's very nice. Interesting, it already knows my email address, by the way. We just made that, but that's fine. Choose a password. Let's see, bank. Then we're gonna once again face roll the keyboard for it. Face roll the keyboard. That's our password. So user is there it is. And there needs to be a few more letters there. More stuffs. Oh, we have inserts activated, didn't we? Yeah, I use insert there, which of course makes things different, but also insert is my button for my camera and my microphone, so oops. It's not the best. I accidentally get insert on, which makes things be weird. Important. Where is my file? There we go. So we made a bank account. It's right there. It is redacted as it should be. So that's done. We got that stuff done. I was expecting to see a tutorial here, but that's fine. Now let's open the mail. Do we have anything in the mail? We do. Yes. Cool. We're here. The mail begins. Cool. You already have an internet connection and you have received your first email. There it is. Throughout the game, you will find missions similar to this one. It's important that you read the text carefully, as any detail can be of great help. Click next when you've read the email. I've been watched for a while. They're watching me already. I just started. We're being watched. I think we can do business together. Visit my website at that place. It's copied. Next. Right now you don't have the tools available on your computer to try to access the objective directly, so other methods will have to be used to achieve it. Click Create New Email button. There we go. Social engineering is a more useful tool than it seems if used well. It can make things much easier to reach your goal. In the left column you have a list of predefined emails, each of them with a purpose. You can fill things automatically. It's all automatic mails. Funny game, for example. You have to look at this game. It's very funny. I've hardly worked today. Yeah, you can use this to get information from people. This is what they say, I think a Trojan to get information. Smartphone security, administrative actions, login issues. You can use all these things. In social engineering, emails you will need to use the correct information in order to trick recipients. Since the victim works in the same place as the system administrator, you need to know the victim's name to impersonate him. So this is worker 1, and I have to find worker 1's name and put it in there. Fortunately, the email you received, you have the name of the victim. It's enough to use the last name. I need to remember this part because I did use the full name last time. Although now the problem is that we don't know the email address of the administrator. To know this information, you can use the Whois terminal program, which by passing it the public IP address offers some basic information about the network. So we got the mail we just got, and we copied that information on it. Yeah, we got the IP address. So if I use Whois, then paste that, which is redacted as it should be. So who is that? So this apparently the administrative contact is Carlos Forge we're talking to from whatever site it is, at probably forge at whatever.com, and we get a phone number there. So we got some information here. So there's the information of the guy who just mailed us. The social engineering works, you will get the credentials to be able to access this machine remotely. Use the SSH terminal program. So SSH is remote access to systems. Did I write it down right? Yes, I did. Yeah. I need to get that on a different place. There we go. Correct place. Okay. Keep in mind that the credentials you get now are not the ones asked for in the mission. You need to find the credentials of the victim's email account. Once inside the victim's computer, you must search through the folders to find the file with the encrypted password and use the program attached to the email to decrypt it. Good luck. So, at this moment, can I go back to the mail? Oh, this way, okay. So this is the mail we got. We've been watched. We can visit his website at that place. We can use this place. We found him over here. This is him. This website, his website. So, or whatever it is. Probably false name then. So let's go to the browser and use that IP address we just got. That's this same IP address we got here. And then we just enter it. Page not found. Interesting. Then that's incorrect, I think. Oh, no, never mind. We got ourselves a hack shop. Hello, hack shop. That's correct. We got a hack shop here. Personal store, buy what you want. I will not ask questions. Yes. So we now have contact with the guy. Normally you would get a mission here from this guy instantly to test things out, but because I already got past that part, probably doesn't do it. Normally it says you have to do this little startup mission to get my trust, and then I give you this information. We instantly got the information. So we got past this little bit of the tutorial here. And that's all we need to know from that. So we now have this. I do have a bank account. Can I get an extra page? I cannot. Okay. Can I do it this way? I can. So let's go. Can I go to bank? Log in. We got, at the moment we got 0 money. We got nothing. So this store, very nice. We can't do anything with the store. We can get jobs here. So we're gonna, we have to pay money as well to keep this. That's fine. So the bank is at the moment empty. Let's see if we can get a mission from it. We can turn this off for now. Nope, it will stay. And that can also go. Cool. So let's find a mission. The client wants the remote machine to stop working. I don't think we can do that yet. We don't have a way to stop a machine. We can get into a machine. I don't know how to stop it yet. Corrupt data, police record, get remote file. This is something we might be able to get. We might be able to get information on that. Data, academic changes, police record, more changes, police record. Get remote file. I think remote file is the thing we want. We don't have the reputation to access content. Okay, so we can't do that yet. We have to use rep 0 thing. Point is that I don't know what we have available to us. I think academic change is a possibility. The client wants to change some grades in his academic record. It's necessary that you infiltrate the network to modify some data. Okay, and we can earn $145 for that. Sounds good. Accept that. Okay, we got a mail. We've got mail. The client wants to change some grades in his academic record. The remote IP of the victim is this. The LAN address where the database is located is over there. Okay. So this is the victim we want to get into. But we need to first get into the victim's PC to get his credentials to get into that system over there. I think that's how we do it. If you cannot access directly, you can try to access through a teacher's computer in the local network. This is what we try to do. We want to impersonate a teacher. So this is the victim itself. So who is? Jared Hyen, we're gonna apparently change the grades of. And that's fine. That's the pupil. We need a teacher. So I need to go to this LAN address. I think this should also be redacted here. Yeah, this should also be redacted. Because now I'm probably gonna get hacked here. How do you report bugs in the game? Because I think this is something you should not be able to see. Oh, we'll try. That's something I put in here. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. Fine. Didn't place it. So you do that. Oh, it's not a public address. Okay. Okay. Fine. Hey Delta, it's not a bug. It's fine if we see local IP. It is fine. Oh, I thought it was. I mean, last time I had a local IP and I got breached instantly, so I was like, Fair enough. Okay, so we can get. Oh, the record to modify belongs to this person, so we want to modify this person's data, and we want economy to increase academic qualifications by at least 1 point. So, okay. I've got the remote IP of the victim. The victim was not offered a montant. The victim we had second was Jared Hyen. Okay. So let's see if we can get into a Jared Hyen system. It's H. And then we need this one here. Shift C. Control Shift V. So we need to use the user password, the IP address, and the optional port for SH. Okay. So we got the user password, that's John Connor, that's fine. The IP address, we got that. And we got port 1 and port 20. We got no port and port 22. That's what we have. So we need a address then. So we know now the address is Jared Huygen. So it's probably then Jared at Huygen then we need. SAH. Shift V, you have to place at in between. There. And delete that space. There we go. And then we do need the IP address, which we just had. That's this one. There we go. And we do not know anything about the port. So this should break try to break into that PC. Can we? And it's not found. Did I miswrite it? No, SSH, not SHH. That's smart. SSH, not SHH. Mistype. Yes. Okay, fine. There. SH Jared Hoyen with that command. Let's see if it now works. Can't connect. Incorrect user password. Okay, so this is not the right connection here. So we need to get into this database. This database is something we can't get into at the moment. A bit stumped at the moment. So let's see what we have. We got path, we get there, CDs, who is, we got that one. SSH, remote access machine, yes, we got that. That's all wireless network stuff we have. Ciphering things. Okay, that is not something we have at the moment. Nmap, I haven't yet learned how to work with Nmap. But let's see. You say Nmap, what does Nmap do? Basic commands, Nmap, this one. Is it then network commands? Sniffer SH, we got that one a second ago. Through backdoor, so we get in here. Nmap, you say, not in here. Oh, there it is, Nmap, there it is. Uses Nmap. Nmap IP address. Scan remote IPs and find own ports. Okay, let's do that. Nmap. That's I'm just new learning this. Nmap, and then we want that IP address, which is let's go back to mail. This IP address. Nmap. Let's see what it does then. Command not found. Did I use it incorrectly? Nmap IP address. That's not an IP address. This is an IP address. Yeah. I assume this is an IP address, and that is not. Let's try Nmap. That. See if that works. Command not found. Do we have Nmap? We might not have Nmap yet. Let's see. Let's see. Bin. We got kill. We got kill. MK there, MV. No, we do not have Nmap. No, we do not have Nmap yet. Check. So can we do this then? I don't think we can then. Okay. I assume we can't yet. Because we do not have this system yet. So that will make it difficult to make this one. There's a big warning at the top of the manual. Ah, yes. Yes. Might have been wise to read that. We don't have that yet. We have to buy that. So the problem is we can't use this yet. So we can't do this mission yet. I will keep it there because I don't see a reason to stop it yet. But we do have to get another mission to actually be able to do this mission, to get money to buy things. So let's go back to browser. Let's go back to our store. Jobs. So what can we do? Credentials needed, but this is rep 0. Access to remote machine. What's the quest here? 145. Access to remote machine. Lower credentials any users on the remote machine. That means we can use maybe some what you call it? I forgot the name of it. The emails, the evil emails. You get it from any shop or for free from compiling the source code in the manual. You can compile source code in the manual. Manual. I do not know how that works. Because we do not have Nmap yet, so how can we have the source code in the manual then? Because it explains here about nmap. There. Oh, there. Ah, bam. There's a button for it. Ooh. Okay, cool. We got the code. Nice. I like this. All available terminal programs such as ls, cat, mv, etc. are programmed with the GrayScript language and compiled to executables to be used in the terminal. In the code editor, you can create your own terminal programs and exploits. For more information, see scripting basics section in the manual, which I really want to look into that. With the menu, you can view the source code of the mentioned programs by clicking on the open code in the manual entries of the commands that use scripting. If you do not want to use the code editor, you can continue progressing the game normally. The tools and exploits you will need to find on the net. I like to do the coding a bit. I'd like to see what the code does, because I want to learn the coding basically. That's what I want to learn here. So that's really cool. That's nice, man. Thank you, Delta. That's great. So we got the code right here. That's really nice. That's probably all we're gonna read here. So scripting basics in the manual. So we got this. I'll leave this open. Basic commands. That's commands, right? That's it. Server permission use security scripting. No scripting. No. That's service. We are in terminal commands. There it is, scripting. The basics, yes. Welcome to GrayScript, yes. Clean, clear syntax, comments, and all that stuff. Let's have a look at this. A high-level object-oriented language that's easy to read and write. Fork of Miniscript, it's interesting, easy to learn. I like to learn easily. You know pretty much any other program language, you'll pick up GrayScript almost immediately. And if you've never written a line of code in your life, don't panic. GrayScript is the friendliest and most fun way to get started. It's much easier than you probably expect. We're gonna learn this, guys. We're gonna learn this. Import. This document only describes the GrayScript language itself and the intrinsic functions that are common to most Miniscript applications. For more information about GrayScript's exclusive APIs, such as access to computers files, you can consult the corresponding section of the manual. Okay. Let's see how this works, because I of course I want to make this happen, of course, but I also wanted to see what it does. I want to understand what this does before I make it into the program, which I probably can by pressing play here. Build code a safe binary program. I assume that will make it. I don't know. Okay, this is how it looks like. Each statement in GrayScript normally occurs on a single line by itself. Note that there are no semicolons, curly braces, or other markers at the end of the line. Okay, so no weird things on the end. That's good, because all those things and those things at the end, those things everywhere. It gets kind of confusing if you got them all or not. There it is. Okay. However, there's one exception. If you want to join multiple statements on one line, just to make your own code more compact, you can do this by separating statements with a semicolon. The following coding is ugly but legal. Okay, you can use these here to separate them, which is ugly, so we don't want to use that. In practice, this feature is rarely used, but it's there if you need it. So you can use semicolons to separate things if you don't want to do it. I want it to look good. If you're used to C-derived languages, then you're used to seeing curly braces around blocks of code. GrayScript doesn't roll that way. Code blocks always begin with a keyword, if, for, while, or function, and end with a matching statement, end if, end for, end while, or end function. Okay, so to use if and an end if. Okay, check. So we have an if statement here. We got if x, then y, else this, and then end if. So in some program languages you don't need this. You could just say if or else and then nothing else, but end if. You have to say stop f here. Cool. Cool. Itchy nose, my apologies. You can insert white space, you can insert spaces and tabs into your code pretty much wherever you want. You can break up an identifier or keywords. PR/int space int is not the same as print, obviously. But omit the space between two identifiers or keywords. End space if is correct, but end if would not work. Okay, so someplace you need them. And of course, space within quotation marks go to a string exactly as you would expect. Between numbers operators, you can include extra space however you like. The following two lines are exactly the same as far as grace is concerned. So this is all in one thing. It is with all space in between. Fine. To make sure it's code readable, it's tradition to then lines with a code blocked by a tab or two spaces. Not required. This makes it a lot more readable, so you want to do that. For example, if you want all your if statements over there, this is the start command. Yes. So I kind of want to say that all our commands are in the front, and then everything else indented beyond that. That just seems like a nice way to make it. So I wouldn't like this. I would prefer that. Can you use tabs there, or is that also has to be space? I think tabs are fine. So I would like to do this and also make sure they're all online with that. Oh, not you. Not you. There, for example, to make them all aligned. There's a whole thing here. So that's how I would like to make it look good. There we go. That's something I just prefer. And I think that is not a problem. So I'm gonna print here. Yeah, this is still the same if. There's and if. You get if and an if. Well then.
Alright crew.
Oh my god.
It's weekend! Yes!
Bit early weekend, mate. Of course, tomorrow it's a free day. At least for us it is tomorrow a free day. So I assume for you as well. And then there's Friday, which, well, if Thursday is free, then why not Friday, right? Hey, dude, I do, man. I'm learning coding and hacking and all things. Yes. I'm making this code look. Oh, that's good. That needs to be there. Making this code look better. At the moment, I'm just putting tabs in there. That's it. Is this tabbed? No, it's not. Okay. And now it should all be. There must be space there. It cannot be tabbed. Okay. 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 This code editor, we're working with nmap. So I want to save this. Can I save as? Load, save source code. There's no save as. I wonder if I press this. I mean, it should still be same. Whatever. There we go. So this is my nmap. This nmap. .src. Let's keep that. With a small letter there, that will work. Nmap plus src. And we're going to save that under. We can make a new folder. New folder. Own programs, which will probably be all wrong and incorrect, but let's save it there. There we go. So we're now saved on a separate place, so we can adjust it. How's hacking treating you? Are you already in the president and the doctor with only A grades? I'm trying to get to a mission where I have to change someone's grade, indeed, not mine, obviously. We did hack into the Wi-Fi again. We hacked into the Wi-Fi, as we should. Because who wants to pay for Wi-Fi if you just get it for free from your neighbor, right? Who wants to pay for the internet? Just get it for free, man. Anyways. Well, for those who don't know, this is a game, by the way, not real life. I don't condone stealing shit, but this is a hacking game. We're hacking. Anyway, so we made this look a little bit better, slightly. I would want to tap that in, but it's fine. Let's see. We can indent the line by a block by the tabs to two spaces, not required, that's fine. Break long lines. Unlike C-derived languages, there are no semicolons or infinite punctuations at the end of each line. The computer knows statement is over. Instead, the line break alone is enough to signal that. Okay. But what if you need to enter a statement longer than one line? The script will recognize that a statement is incomplete and continues on the next line if the last token before any comment, see below, is an open parenthesis, square brackets, or brace, or comma, or any binary operators plus star and so on. So for example, you could do speech with the what do you call that thing? Parenthesis? I think it's a parenthesis, yes. Comma. I think the parentheses here are to show that this is supposed to be one thing here. Okay. There's 4 lines, but only one statement as far as GrayScript is concerned. That's because the first 3 lines each end with a comma. Oh, it's a comma. It's a comma thing. That's all we need. Yeah, so the comma here is enough. So a comma is all we need to make sure it's, hey, there's more coming. Cool. So this should all be written as the same thing. Some time ago I played a similar hacking game. It was not online like this, but now, but how it was called I can't remember. You have hack mode I know of, you have grey hack, and those are the 2 I know of, and Delta's a few others as well. But also with brute forcing, firewalls, getting data from all the PCs, deleting evidence, that's cool, man. Learned that, and I'm probably gonna get hacked quite some times over here, but that's fine. That's part of the learn. As long as I get to know how I got hacked and what I did wrong, so I can learn, that's fine. Let's see. So I can put comments on little notes to leave for yourself or other human beings. Who wants? They're completely ignored by GrayScript. Comments begin with 2 slashes and extend to the end of a line. So you can put the comments either on the line by itself or on a statement. So double slash, how many roads must a man walk down? It will ignore that. And it will also ignore 42. Just like indentation, comments are never required, but they're probably a good idea. I mean, this here is a comment. This here is a comment. This here, because double slash here, this will not be used by Greg. You should also see that it is italic. Means the code will not use it as code. If we would do this, for example, we'd say, hey, there's something you have to work with. Now you don't. Okay, it's really separate there. So I assume it's. I mean, it's the end of the line, so it should see this as a different code. This is a code you can use, and then it puts this there to show that 42 is not needed. Yeah. So it should still calculate this then. Just like indentations, comments are never required, but they're probably a good idea. And just for me to at least know what the hell I've written. Parentheses in GrayScript have only 3 uses. Use them to group math operations in the order that you want them, just in algebra. So like this here, 2 plus 4 and then times 7. Quick math chat. Who's faster, you or me? 2 plus 4, 6, 6 times 7, 49. Can I math? I probably can't math. 6 times 7. 42, I'm done. I'm done. Of course. That was faster. I was incorrect. That was faster. Is hacking or is it a game? It's a hacking game, Bailey. It's both. It's a game in which you hack. There's a lot of other people playing this game who are also hacking, and you're trying to hack things, but you can also hack players. And you can make your own sites. I believe there's even players that made shops, fake shops, and if you buy something, you don't get the thing, but they will take your money. Or they have fake banks, or fake email services, and you have to work around all that stuff and stay safe. And slowly upgrade your PC and get into more hacking things. So this is a game, and the code and stuff is its own code. It's Gray code, GrayScript. But the techniques are basically similar as actual hacking would be, but then without actually making anything illegal or doing anything wrong to anyone. It's just a game where you try to outwit the other players and try to get money. That's what it is, and it's really fun. Makes me learn a bit about coding, which is something I want to learn about. So parentheses. Use them around the arguments in the function call, except when the function call is the entire statement. Print costs 0, okay. And parents needed cannot just say print costs 0. Okay, okay, sure. Use it when declaring a function. See function chapter. Okay. Since all languages often require parentheses of other silly places, it's worth pointing out where parentheses are not used in Gray script. First, don't put parentheses around the condition on an if or while statement. Oh, I know it from my old calculator. Where if I want to do something, I had to write also on Excel. You have the if and then have you for whatever happens, then that y. That's basically if statement. This is what you use normally in Excel and stuff, but in this case you don't need these two here. But not in Gray scripts. I used to code a little bit on my calculator, because my calculator is really it's really high level calculator actually, really complex thing. They actually wrote whole tank fighting games on that. It was insane. So don't need that. Second parentheses are not needed and should be omitted when calling a function without any arguments. For example, there is a time function that gets the number of seconds since the program began. It doesn't need any arguments, so you can invoke it without parentheses. So x is time, which is work. Cool. Finally, as mentioned above, you don't need parentheses around arguments of function. That is the very first thing on a statement. For example, prints 10 numbers, waiting 1 second each, then prints a message. Notice how we're calling print and wait without any parentheses. But the range call, because it has arguments and is used as a part of a large statement, does need them. Okay, so part of a large statement does need them. Okay. So the following example prints 10 numbers, waiting 1 second each. So for I in range 1 to 10, print I. Okay, so I is the number. You could use X or I or whatever. Wait. And for print boom. So is wait. So we have the 4. We have 4. This is the argument 4, or function 4. And then all this in 4, and then you have and 4. So this is all inside the 4 arguments. I in range 10 to 1, print I. So it will print 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait, and I assume wait just automatically goes for 1 second and then prints boom. Interesting. I want to try this out. Can I copy this? I cannot copy this. Dang it. I can't copy this. I can't copy this. But we're gonna make this quickly. Code editor. We call this practice. E. Yes, practice. So for I in range 10 to 1, which does require space there, I believe. Actually, it should not. It shouldn't care. According to what is wrote here, it doesn't care about space. So I want to write there because it looks better, but let's omit it here. It already taps that. Interesting. Print I. Wait, it's a function. It is blue. It is a function then. And then and full, then print boom. There. So that should work. So if I save this, unknown programs, we call this countdown. Save it. So now the file countdown is saved. So if I then go to my terminal, if I can find it between all the nonsense. We're now in Wallace. We put everything inside in own programs. That's correct, right? Yeah. And then we want countdown. OS I'm not sure if it works this way, but let's see. No, doesn't understand that. Okay. So the practice to have parentheses everywhere. They are needed around every function call. So you still think you should use parentheses? I mean, they're used here, I guess. Okay. Build code. Oh, we have to build, of course. Yeah, we have to build it. Duh. So if I go to bin, because we haven't built it yet, so I hope that is how it works. We have to compile it then, I guess. Call this countdown. No capital letters here, so we're not going to use any here. So now file countdown. So now it should just do countdown, right? Oh, yeah, there it goes. There it goes. It works. Cool. It actually worked. We made a program, chat. Yes. Well, actually, we copied the program, but that's fine. So the space, it didn't matter at all. So you could do parentheses. I need to think of. So I'm thinking about what you're saying, parentheses. So you say use this anyway. That's what you mean. Or well, actually, these things. Even though it says you don't need to. That's what you mean? I mean, it doesn't need them here. So I'd say I omit them here. I understand why you want to use them, because it's easy to read. It is easy to read, true. But I'm not sure about it. I mean, this is not need them, so I'm going to learn as it is, as what is required here. So use this system here, that worked, that's fine. If I do want to know now, we made this program, right? We put it inside the system. If I now change this to that, I save that. Does that change if we use it here? Or do I actually have to remake that? Can I change it on the go? No, I cannot change it on the go. It's boom, not bazinga. I was hoping I could change it on the go. Apparently not. Good to know. Good to know. We're gonna make a whole tool out of this stuff. Actually, since I can get the code right, we have nmap right here, which I can build in code. We can use the config. Config bin, call this mmap, and that's where it should be. Well, mmap saved or is it built? I think it's built now. I assume it's built. Let's have a look. Is it built now? Where's my explorer? If browser can go. Actually, no, we need that. We need to get a job. So let's keep it open. Where's my browser? I got browse galore. I need file explorer, which is not open. No. Oh, there's too much stuff going on. Fine. And we can turn this one off. And manual. I want to keep the manual open. The mail can go. We can open the mail whenever. With 2 mails open, no surprise. Notepad stays. File explorer. There we go. So do we now have nmap in here? There's nmap. So it is here, and it does look right like it is correct. Okay, so that's good to know. Now what I want to see if I can create, just for funsies, can I make a automatic thing to break into Wi-Fi? That's what I want to do. Oh, we got ads. We got ads. I will wait for the ads. We're gonna see if we can make a program that automatically breaks into the Wi-Fi, gets the password, and gets in there. Let's see if it works. This code is written in GraceScript, so it's kind of a mixture of many other things. I'm just reading about it right here. This is called GraceScript, which is specific for this game. So not normal code, it's more simplistic, I guess. It's pretty good though, don't get me wrong, it's pretty good. Yeah, GraceScript is the name, which is specific for this game. We were somewhere here. No, we aren't there yet. Okay, cool. This is where we're. And I don't have much programming experience, so I'm just trying to learn basic, simple things and make things for myself. Just learning how programming works, and then I have to figure out which code to, which language to use where. And C#, and if it's written like this, if bad like sausages, yes, indeed, each one, yeah. Yeah, indeed. And then for this code, if you want to write if belly like sausages, enter eat one, enter else enter don't eat one, and you do semicolon at the end. You don't need a semicolon there, but in this code you need end if at the end, because then you end the if statement. That's what it needs here in this code. But beyond that, it's kind of the same, and you don't need the space. So if you want to write a code that you just written down, belly, so let's copy that. And let's go to our notepad, if I understand it correctly. So this is what you wrote down. I'll remove the enters here, because we'll just make them into actual enters. So this is the code you just described. It's over here. Else enter don't eat one. And then probably, if you write correctly, you do this way. But in this code, you don't need this. You need this. You don't need this. And you don't need this. Or this. But you do need this. So that's how you could write in this code. That's the same thing. So that should be the same code as what you've written down there, but then in this kind of form. It's just a little bit different, but not a lot. Not a lot. But this is the special thing that you need here, but you don't need all these parentheses and commas and stuff. You can use them. They're fine. You can use them. You can just do this. But you don't need them. So actually, a comma shouldn't work there. Exactly, you don't need all those things. It's a simpler way. You do need them if you have specific ranges, like 10 to 1, for example, this kind of thing. Then you need them, but you don't need them here. You can see here an example of the code I just used. The code we just made. And as you can see, there's no parentheses or whatever, except for this little bit where it says, hey, this one has a specific range, then there you need to put it in. And add end. You have to add an entity. This does need end 4, as you can see here. And then print boom. So yeah. So it's pretty similar, but not exactly the same. Yeah. Anyway, welcome back from the commercials, guys. I was just talking with Bailey about some coding here, which is kind of fun. So what I want to do, which is pretty big for me, pretty small for most other people, but for me it's pretty big. We're gonna make a new code. This one, I need to make a new code, so I don't get into. No. So let me open a new one. Cool. What I want to do is make a program that breaks into a Wi-Fi network for me. that does that whole break into the Wi-Fi we just did before. We're gonna do that in our own code. Means I want to open up this thing here. So we need to get in there. We need to get in there Airmon. So let's go and get Airmon, which we can probably get from here. Turbo programs, basic commands. No, that's not basic. We need network commands. Airmon. Source code. This. Control C. I'm gonna put it in my exterior thing first. There's Airmon. So this is how we put it down. If I use Airmon, just turns on my monitoring settings. So at the moment, Airmon, at the moment, it is now true. Monitor mode is true. I want to make sure that this code, when it runs, it will check if Airmon is true. If it's not true, it will activate. If it's true, it will not deactivate because we want to use it here. And I want the end of this whole code, it will deactivate itself after it's used itself. So let's see if we can make that happen. So this is how Airmon works, and it's really, it doesn't look, oh man, looks bad. I need 2 more tabs in here. We need to, nope, that's not. That there, and that's. Now we've no endif, by the way. You see that? There's no endif here. If not, then. Okay, so how do we get this program to check if Airmon is on? We need to know this monitor mode is true. That thing, we need to find that out. So that would be monitor mode /n over here. So format output is this. Let's see if we can find it. So if not cryptos, then exit error missing crypto library. Okay, so it needs a library. It checks for do we have library. Then if not, then puts an error there. Cool. We know we have that library. So then exits. And it already prints this, by the way. It doesn't even say print. So you could use the word print here. Print that, but it doesn't say print. It just use printers here. Okay. Get show host computer. Format output. Yes. Pair blends. Exit format. Network dev, and then there is more. There's more. So let's make it big. Humongous. There we go. We can actually see the complete code here. So I want to find where it finds the true or false statement. Can I go see you later? See you later, dude. Thanks for out, man. Have a good one. How do I do that? So I want to find this thing here. Interface chipset monitor mode. That's the format. That's the format of the output. Params.len. I need to know what is means and what normal is. What's the difference between this one and this one? Must be a difference there. It uses forward output, so it uses this here, plus computer dot network devices. So what we got there was this thing here. So that forward output is this order here. Interface chipset monitor mode. /n, I don't know what it means. I think it means put something underneath it, I assume. Okay. Device params 1. We don't care about the device. type of is a string that exit output. Where's our output? If not output, then exit. If not output, use output. I want to find this here. I want this to be checked. Maybe it's a bit too far for me yet, but we'll find it somewhere. I could just put them on each other. I could do that, just ignore it for now. And we'll look into it later. We do that. So we want to have AirMon. We want to have IW list. That's the next one. So IW list. Source code. We can't do this. This is AirMon. I got AirMon copied, so let's make sure I got a copy of this version. Control-C. Copy the whole thing. There it is. Not save it. Then we're going for IW list, source code. Just gonna copy it, just gonna grab it all. That's IW list is there. Then we need to get ourselves error play. Pretty small one. And then we want the last one, that would be air crack. Source code. Okay, so we got all this. We got all the little parts. Let's make sure everything's turned off. Source code. So let's copy all the things I just made. There. This needs another slash there. This we're gonna save as own programs. Wi-Fi auto hack. That's the idea. That's the plan. At the moment it's not. So this is what we got here. Oh, can't do that. Okay, fine. So we got AirMon, start again. Then we have IW list. Then we have air replay, and then we have air crack. We want to make sure it fills in the things that we get from the other sources. So for AirMon, would get us the first part, which is make sure we activate or it activates our scanner, basically. So this activates our scanner. Can we deactivate AirMon? Do I know how to deactivate AirMon? At the moment it is active. I activate it by AirMon D0. Oh, start stop. Okay, so we need AirMon WLAN 0 and we have to do start. That's what we need first. This is the first thing we need to do. And not double space that. This is the first thing we need to do. We don't need the whole code for it. We just need to activate it. Oh, I need to Ctrl-C, Ctrl-Shift-C that. So what we want to do is Ctrl-V. Ctrl-V doesn't work. Next, why doesn't that work? Because I'm in the wrong place. There. Okay. Why doesn't we go to level 60? Are we going there? I don't understand. I can't place there apparently. This way? No, it goes to level 60 again. Why? Oh, it pastes the whole bloody thing. It doesn't paste this little thing. Copy that. No, it... Okay, fine. We type ourselves. Hermon. Yeah, that's what we need first. So we need to start this. And then it starts this whole process here. This is the start for the process. There's some overs to tell me, so are you online tomorrow or Friday? Tomorrow I plan to. Actually, I plan to be on tomorrow at Friday. Yes, that's the plan. Not sure what we do tomorrow. I do want to play more of this. But it could be something else, I don't know yet. But yeah, the plan is that I'll be online tomorrow and the day after. So, hey. Also my voice is apparently cracking. I need some candy. Candy. Hello, candy? Candy! There is one. I have found one. The candy. Yes. Oh, first, since I have got all this, let's save this. Saved. I do want this. Actually, no, not that. That's a startup. So this should be correct. That should be tapped. That should be tapped. Nope, not that one. That one should be tapped. Yes. So this is how it writes it down. We need to know how to get this output into the right place. That's what I need. Oh, these are the parameters. I probably have to change these numbers to be the same as here. These are all start things. These all check lib crypto SO. It's a crypto library. And this is what the parameters stated. Okay, so that's what the parameters stated. And then that one. So params.len is bigger than 0. Params.len exclamation mark is 2. Then exit command info Hermon usage. If params.len is 0, I need to know what the difference between is and is. Which equals operator should be used in doesn't really state what I need. Okay. Let's see. This is Hermon. So everything else goes one further. Yep, one further. Better see what I'm doing here. That's Hermon. Then here, I wish was with let's see how it was written. Not that one. Nope. Oh, it's active. Okay. We did close it. That's not good. Ah, damn it. I pressed X somewhere. Actually, no, that's the wrong one. This is the right one. That's the right one. Save it. Okay. So, I activated Notepad instead of Notepad plus. Actually, I should just remove that. That's plus plus. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I wish, right? I wish. And so this will be W list. I list WLAN 0. Hello, that's right. There. That's correct. That is our replay, which is yeah. Replay, that would be minus B, and that would then be BSSID. Have to find a way to make sure to use that BSSID over there. And minus E, it's E, and then ESSID. Somehow have to get that in there. This is a lot of the crypt tools, by the way. Params 1. So no, BSID is params 1. So I have to make params 1. Exit command info, IWS usage. And let's put those there. There we go. And then command aircrack. What's the command for that again? I believe it's just a code, right? Aircrack. How do we write that down again? Aircrack. What was the way to write that down again? Can we open the manual? Is it like too much RAM? There we go. No. Getting started? No. That's what I need. I need. That's commands. Aircrack. Aircrack file cap. Okay. This will be difficult because this one depends on, you need some time to pass to get enough to make that file. Then you have to use this on the file. So we might not be able to do aircrack on it. Might not be doable. Ah. Let's scroll down because okay, that's why. There. Okay, let's save that. So we now at least made it look a little bit better. Okay. So we need Airborne to just activate. That's all we need from Airborne. We don't need any things to change. We just need to activate. They all go for Crypt Tools. Here look for Crypt Tools. IW lists. Doesn't need Crypt Tools apparently. Okay. So these look for Crypt Tools. It looks for the same thing, I believe. Let's copy this. Well, actually no, let's just copy there. I think it does the exact same thing here. Paste it. Same thing. Inscript to library. There is different params here. So those do different things with it. So I'm gonna keep it where it is. Fine. Fine, we keep it. But it's gonna check Crypt Tools 3 times, because this one says aircraft usage, this one says airplay usage. Because this if statement is different every time. We don't need triple if not then exit error missing crypto library because it looks for the same crypto library. So we can get rid of that file, that line I think. And they're already lib/crypto.so. I think we can get rid of this here. And we can get rid of this here. Because that's the same as we get in the top here. That's the exact same thing. That's the same thing as we have here. That's already happening. So this whole thing is looking for lib/crypto.so. That is already here. I don't know what lib/crypto.so is, but it has apparently a param.len, and param/len has to be specific. I think we need this here. But this is the setup, so I'd like to keep it separate. Okay. Let's save that for now. Why is this like that? That's just extra stuff we left there. That stuff we just didn't delete previously. There we go. Okay. Crypt tools, we get the library. If it's not there, it will already stop from here. Get your host computer. For the output interface chipset monitor mode. So I'm curious what happens if we just use this, which probably will say it can't, especially because of this one. It needs a file cap. I don't think we can use the aircrack on this because we need some time to pass here to make the file, and that has to be used. Which I do not know how to combine that, so I think we can't do the aircrack in here. At least not yet. So how do we stop Airmon? Airmon we have to start. Because the code was Airmon start WN0. So after this, I want to stop WLAN0. So don't want to keep Airmon running. I want to stop it afterwards. That needs to be on the end though. Yeah. So we want to go off monster mode. Yeah. This one needs to be tapped. So activate a monitor mode. Then we can use IWList to see what we monitored. I'm not sure if this works, by the way, because this is how you activate from the terminal. I'm not sure if it works in the coding itself. But if I use Airmon starts WLAN0, that's what I need. Normally you would do this here. So this is the Airmon, and then the command code for it. Where do we find the command code for it? Because I think you would find that back here somewhere. But I don't see it yet. I doubt this would start it. This doesn't even appear as a code. Not sure if this would do anything, but let's keep them like that then. And with air crack, this is that. So these are things that I would actually write. The code we got area play as well. Needs to be like this. Now I need to know, can I get the BSID from this information here? I just put it there. Just put this over there. So let's save this. What I want to know, I want to see if this is true and stuff. Let's just lose this as is and see what happens. It probably breaks. It very likely will. Root error. Got identifier WLAN0 where comma or ELO is required. Line 57. 57. Say. Actually, it's the code we've taken ourselves. Is that? So that apparently is not recognized as code, obviously. Okay, now it works. Okay, my program. Let's see. Wi-Fi auto hack, that's a plan, which it doesn't work yet. Let's see where it breaks. And I'm going to put it in config, no, in bin. Not file name. .src, right? Oh, src is correct. It might not be. So that means that if I now do a Wi-Fi auto hack, command not found, check. Probably to rename that then. Maybe rename to auto Wi-Fi. Browser can go down you, Explorer. Yeah, this one is too difficult. We have to rename that. Gold auto Wi-Fi. Okay. So it did activate. It did activate the air. Read it here. It did activate or airmon. That's all we've seen here. It didn't activate the rest. Okay. Let's see. So it does need to do this as well on WLAN 0. Where? This is something we do. I wish. IW list on WLAN 0. So somewhere here I need to put in WLAN 0. Which usage? Devices. No, what devices? So what's found? I need to know which param I need to replace with WLAN 0. So if we make params.lan here into WLAN 0, then I think that's the first parameter we see. Let's do that. Do we then get both, I wonder? Wi-Fi, save, replace. Let's see if it works. No, still only the first one. We don't get the that was it, right? IWLAN? No, IW list. This is what we want to see. Wait, iris WLAN 0. There we go. That's what we want to see from this. It didn't work with the first attempt, so this. We'll see. Params.lan is not it. I assume that params is param, right? Let's see, I'm having a thing open here. So we're following a tutorial here because I need to know a bit more about this because I don't know yet enough yet. So Airmon's the first step. We got Airmon up there. We run it to see the device capable of monitoring, which is required to capture packages which are in turn used to piece the puzzle together. Yes. So we got the whole code here for Airmon. Yes. The cryptals include the library crypto.so, we got this one. Import library containing all the air tools. So all the tools for air are in there, it's fine. Get shell launch. Get your host computer here. List all monitor capable device states. Get shell launch bin Airmon. That's all the same code as I got to get shell host computer. So it says to replace Airmon with this here. So Airmon is on top here. So this is what it says to do. It says to change Airmon to this. Get shell.launch/bin/Airmon. List all monitor capable device states. Okay, fine. Let's put it there. Device user inputs plus choose interfaces. Ask for use to pick device. Okay. If not device 0 to 4 WLAN then exit and if. Take a at least choose a wireless interface using slice. Okay, sure. Print new state. Okay, here's what this does. Cryptos Airmon start device. Start device in monitor mode. Okay, so this. So on this Cryptos Airmon start device. Don't know why it has all these here over here. Don't know why it has all the back ends of brackets and not the front end of brackets. There's a front end. There's a front end. No, there's a front end. Oh, there's a front end here. Yeah. Okay, so this thing here. This thing I want to copy to the bottom. And then we want to stop. Stop device. Stop the device monitoring mode. Okay, so we're done with Airmon, it can stop doing that. So this is an Airmon from someone else. So that should work. Let's get that there, Airmon. It's not very good looking code, by the way. It looks pretty bad. And I think I want... Nope, not that. Tab. Tab? Yeah. Actually one tab is enough. 32. Yeah, I want my statements in front. If not device 0 to 4, it is WLAN then exits. Okay. It still looks like a mess, man. Oh, it's fine. IWList shows all available wireless networks with all the required information, the BSSID, ESSID, and power. Realistically, high percentage is strong and fast connection. We find the highest power and the target by entering the details. The number of eggs to capture has to be at least 7,000. However, more gives higher chance to successfully collect the whole parcel. We input 8,000 example. So I'm gonna replace this with the new code. So this would then be that. That's how it would be. So we got a print, get shell, nope, not there, not there. User inputs, the E is user input, X user input and print. If X is smaller than 7,000, then X. If 7,000 and if user enters less than 7,000, the minimum for success, then set to 7,000, okay. So here we can decide how many we want to do. So if you use input here, and then we'll put the X into int. Let's leave it as this, but I think we want to change this to make it 10,000, and we'll automatically do it then. We do need to decide which who to attack, so we do need to use input here. In B and E to get the correct internet connection we want to actually break into. Yes, okay. We choose that, X, then with air replay. Which is here. I want one extra enter there because it's too close together. Yeah. Crypto's error replay BEX, so we put in the BE over here. And the X, run a replay with the user input from above. Yeah, because we can use that. Use these, what you call them, variables made over here. Okay. Aircrack takes the file that kept air replay created and cracks it. It could fail without an X. 7,000 minimum, could take much more. In our case, 8,000 was enough, so we'll display the key. I can connect to us. Okay. Let's see what it has. So if I take all this here, that should also be gone. That stop mode is fine. Put that in. So get that back there. Also, tab, and then we have to and Airmon. So this way Airmon doesn't keep going forever. Okay, so this is what we would get if we get someone who made this whole system work. So this is what we need, which is really much more efficient than I can make it. Much more efficient than I can make it. We just ripped it from the internet. So let's see. It's a bit too far in, I think, but that is better, much better. And you need to be there as well. I have to rename it to auto Wi-Fi. So this should work on its own, but I want to see how it works. So let's see first what it makes. Keyword and if when number string line 4. Where string or identifier is required. Line 4. Let's have a look at line 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. If not device 0 to 4, WLAN, then exit and if. Maybe we need an extra space there, I don't know. Same thing, line 4. Got keyword and if, when a number string is required. So that says this part doesn't work. Well, and if over here. If not device 0 to 4, it says WLAN, then exit. And here, if, then, and if has the numbers and stuff in front of it. If not, this has double is sign over there, double equalize sign. So this needs fixing somehow. Let's save it. Good. Launch bin Airmon. So we're going to base, then bin, then Airmon. So it already searches this the system for that particular space. So it needs to be a device that is, whatever device is, 1 through 4, it has to be WLAN. Then exit. So it should just say, then print. So now we put something in between there to do when there's a then. Okay, let's save that. Will that work? No. Comma or identifier exit or comma. Oh, it's this. I think that's what it needs. I keep the print though. Save that. No, it still says it's not correct. Maybe if we do this. Nope. Maybe there. Nope. Actually, error, command error, end if without matching if line 5. So they changed because I moved that. Let's see, then exit and if. Okay, how do we do this? So arrow over here. I thought putting something in here for him to do, print this stuff, and then comma here. Unlikely, but yep. Got keyword and if where number of string or identifiers required. So visual documentation, interesting. If not, script yada yada doesn't say anything about if not. I'm trying to find if not. See if we can get an example of if not function that works. Apparently we don't have that. Do an if not function here that works. Well, no, it's only if not, then and if. Trying to find what's wrong about this part here. And do have a if not statement in something else. Let's save this. Has been saved. Wait, I did have it all copied, so let's see if I can. There. There's break. Okay, if not. If that works for network. If not, then exit. If not, then exit. So works. What? If not, then exit is possible. That should work. So why doesn't it accept that? Number string identifiers required, line 4. And if. Is there a comma somewhere we can't have it? Is it here? For then? Yep, same thing. Let's see, because we got this code over here. We got this little bit of code over here, right? In the original coding. If not script tools, then exit. If not device, whatever the hell, then exit. Then exit. Then exit and if. We don't need end if. There's no end if over here. Let's see if we remove end if altogether. Yeah, let's see, this can go. So if we remove end if. If not, then continue. That works. Okay, so we didn't. Weird. It did say the menu needs add if, but apparently we don't need it here. Okay, and we save this add a Wi-Fi. Replace add a Wi-Fi. Choose interface. WLAN 0. That's for everything else. Cryptals are known with this context, so I did something wrong there. Let's see. Code editor, let's make sure this is now. On the Wi-Fi. Save that. So it will ask us for choose interface. I'll ask for use a quick device. Maybe simply 0 instead of WLAN 0. Let's see. Or the Wi-Fi. Interface 0. Now it is active. Choose interface 0. Doesn't work. Do I need to click this? Probably not. No. Didn't it understand WLAN 0? Well, it didn't come out as I expect. That it did set new state. We do get choose interface WLAN 0. We get new states and then runtime error. And fire crypt tool isn't known in this context. Line 6. That is the same line we had problems with earlier. And here's an and if for an if statement, not for an and for if not statement. If we use and if here, we get a problem. It's the original code. Yeah, we get the same problem we had before. It did print new states. So that's correct. Maybe we need to use to replace this and if, then exit, print all that and if. Is that how we do it? No, it doesn't know whether the if is over there. And it has to match an if line. We don't have an if line, we have F and if. And if not, is that it? Is it supposed to be if not? Let's see if that works. Doesn't recognize that as a statement, so that's a statement that doesn't see that it's totally a statement of this. Should the end if there? Let's see. Create script. Example not function. 6 years ago, 2022. There's a lot of things back. Again, script for learning. Auto hack source version, auto hack, auto Wi-Fi. Let's see if auto Wi-Fi is different. Let's put it up here so we can all read this. Let's see. Let's do screen capture. Back. Cool. So this is the second option I have. Auto Wi-Fi source version. So this is a different system here. Get all network devices into an array. Yeah. Devices get show host computer network devices. For devices in devices dot split slash n array. It does do a lot more. It doesn't split up in what we have. I was hoping it would be similar to ARML, and we could just say, hey, take this part of ARML. Here. Is this all we need? This is connect Wi-Fi network, crack Wi-Fi network, use a crypto. This whole thing is auto Wi-Fi source version. Get user option. Option is no, an option. So this gives you the entire list. You can click one of them and then it will automatically crack it for you. And even put in the code for it, the password for you. It always goes to 15,000 X. Let's do this open. By the way. This is an example of what should work. Let's see if this works. Because I need to know what we have here. So copy that. Then we get back into the gray hacks. There we go. We've saved this to auto Wi-Fi, right? Wi-Fi auto hack. Then we open a new one. We paste the entire thing. I already used auto Wi-Fi, but auto Wi-Fi doesn't work, so I'm gonna make this into auto Wi-Fi. So save this. There. Example. Example auto Wi-Fi. Okay, then we do that. Look back to bin. Also Wi-Fi. I make an example, yeah. X auto Wi-Fi. Save. Oh, it needs a source. Need to get the code. So it needs something it doesn't have. Nobody gives a Ah, that name needs to be different. 5N4K3. Source get lib.ssc not found. So we probably don't have this here. Let's print screen this so we can find what it's looking for. There it is. Let's see. So we're looking for the file explorer. We're looking for home. Then his name is my name in this case. It has source here. Folder source. And then we need a file called getlib.ssc. New folder. As we program now. Rename. That's what it needs to install that. File path. So this is what it needs to work. So now it should do that. Nope. It needs to have the file, actual file. Getlib.src. Where do we get that from? Probably. It says somewhere. It is a source for a library to use with import/code. Function encryption. Oh, I depends on this. So this is what it needs. This is library for importing a library module. Gotta get remote and local hacks. Got a shell out of given shell. Auto local. It's all clean. So we're looking for getlib.src. Looking for getlib, library getlib. So all these libraries here. This is the getlib source version. This is the thing it needs there. That means I have to make this one into it as well. I don't think we can open two at the same time. But we can. There. And then we save source code. Programs. Actually no. We'll use own programs. It's not. It needs to be source. Getlib.src. That's what it needs to be named. Replace. Okay, so now this is the one it's reliant upon. Cool. So now it should work. No, it doesn't. What? What? Where is my Explorer? That's up. We need to go to home, Asmo, source. There it is. Oh, of course, to tell it where to find it, of course. So in this case, now we need to say, can I search in this? I can search in this. Host computer network devices, that's a shell. Ah, there, that's what we need to do. There. And then it can find it. Save it. Did I mistype something? Probably mistyped something. We got home Asmo. Source capital S. Probably not. Yeah, needs to be capital. Yeah. And let's copy this name. File Explorer source name v enter. Fine, they already have the name. So now it should work. Nope. Does not allow to be imported. What? Okay, we had a problem where it couldn't find it. We saved that. We're now in source. Not delete, idiots. This is trash. Properties, thank you. Read and write, read only, others read only. Why won't it work? What is the exact error? Does not allow to get imported. Why not? The correct pathing now. For gray scripts. I do not know. I do not understand why this is an error. I'm trying to find a source, but no, there's no obvious source for this. Okay. Unfortunate, because this one is apparently also a working one with all kind of fancy things, look fancy. We can compare the two, of course. But it can't import that code for some reason. Which I do not understand at all. Because everything beforehand apparently works. Frustrating. So that apparently does not work. Check. Maybe there are reliance on that specific code. Yes. So that's this one. Yeah, that's the library. First MetaLib library. Is that not one of those ones it's relied upon? No, it says get lib, get x, shell type, load lib, and mema. We don't need get lib. Get a library means it's going to grab a library somewhere. That library needs to exist. Yes. So it is also reliant, which is not there, of that whatever mema. Oh, I don't know what it is. Let's go back now. Get lib source version, yes. Up we go. So get local library returns metalib library. And it requires metaexploit.so. So we need to find metaexploit.so. Which seems to me to be a file, or well, to be a program itself. So it grabs and brings back. Okay, this goes a bit beyond what I can do. It is a bit too far in the woods for me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It doesn't work as I was hoping it would. Because we need to get source get lib. We got this one fixed here. This one is fixed. The import code is fixed. But then the library for importing a library module. So source for library to use with import code function in scripting. Automatic depends on this? Yes, it does. But I assume it needs to grab something and bring it there. It needs to grab something. There's nothing there to grab. I'm looking for metaexploit.so. Can we find that? Files metaexploit.so. I was hoping to find. Yeah. So we'll find something called metaexploit.so with the code beyond it. But no. No, we're back to get local library. We do science about this. We do science. But it's a bit too far into the weeds for me, for now. So I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna cold stream because I'm tired. My voice needs some rest. And I'm gonna see if we can find out how this works. Do some off-stream work. And see if we can fix whatever this is doing, because I do not know. I do not understand. My brain is fried. Yes. But at least it's saved. The examples are saved. I will look at them more tomorrow. So I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, hope you had fun. I got my brain blown again. Which is fine. Whew. I was hoping the tutorial would actually bring me towards I think I could actually get a little bit of money to start with the basics. We didn't. Maybe I should just find myself. Let's go to the browser. Because we know we can't do this because we don't have the information for that. The store, jobs. I need to do something that's simple. Get remote file. Get a file from the victim. That's possible. This is something I've done before. Maybe I can do this, but I don't have the reputation for that. Corrupt data. I don't know how to do that. Find and delete a remote file. We need reputation 2 for that. I can change. I can't do these as far as I know. Because I think I need specific tools to do so. This is reputation 1 again. Let me just get a password or something. Delete remote file, reputation 2, corrupt data, can't do that. It's all find delete remote files, which those are things I can do, but that it requires reputation I can't use. Corrupt data we don't know, get remote file reputation 1, can't. Credentials needed. Oh, this one we can do. This one we can do. An import error happens when the file is binary and does not have import allowed. So either recompile the file with import allowed or import a plain code file instead. Okay. So if that's the case, thank you, Ice Cube. I hope that's the way to pronounce it. I hope that's the way. So I have to go to my code editor. I don't want it to work. We accept this. I'm pretty sure I can do this. I also need to eat lunch. You know what? I'm going to eat lunch. Because I need to. And then we see what we can do with recompiling the file. Can I just have a look at that? I'm just curious about this. We need only one. Actually, I just need to. Open programs. It's not my own. This one is openable. These ones are not. Interesting. And map. That one is openable. Why is the rest not openable? So I haven't changed them to become programs, right? So why are these weird? Anyways, let's open a new one, code editor. So we have that code from before, right? That is gray script. No, it's the wrong one. Let's get the library again. That is it's API. This one. This is the code we had. That is for GetLib source version. Put it there. Nope, that's wrong. Wrong page. There. This is the whole thing. So how do we, as you stated, with import allowed? So press this here. It compiles it. Build code and save binary program. Yes. Documentation selected method. Doesn't mean anything to me. You don't understand. So I can only do this. Build code and save binary program. Put in source. We call that getlib.src. That's what we want. Allow import. There we go. That's it. That's the thing. That's what we need. Same name. Save. Replace. Okay. Okay. Yes. Check. Then I have to bring the code back from what we had before. We have that code. Weirdly enough, the terminal. No, not the terminal. The file didn't allow me to open those. Own programs. And map.src we could open. Oh, this is saved as a text file. Okay, so this is the example here. Code editor V, there it is. And I have to make sure I change the pathing. Asmo source, so that's correct. So with this build code, we put it into the bin. We call this EX and then auto Wi-Fi. Okay, save that. It worked. It compiled. Okay, okay, okay. Things are happening. Choose interface. WLAN 0. Yeah. Do we need then 0? Just a number? Just 0? Ah, okay. I don't know why it doesn't do it. Oh wait, WLAN. This chipset is true. Choose interface. I don't think this is supposed to happen. I'm supposed to get a code from this. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, oh, we've got that. I'm gonna grab myself some lunch, some food. You know what? Let's wait for FLS to be over so people can hear me on the Twitch side. Oh, stretchy. Okay. Mm-hmm. 20 more seconds. We're almost there. We're almost there, chat. Let's put this back to screen capture, only game capture. Better. And welcome back from the ads. So I did what you said, Ice Cube. It took me a while before I saw it. My apologies. I was so busy with. I have only one screen that side where I do all my research on, so I couldn't see chat and that stuff because it was overlapping. But I recompiled the file with input allowed. Thank you for letting me know because I didn't know about that. And it did work. Kind of. Because we got this here. I named it EX Auto Wi-Fi. That's the name I gave it. It's an example of Wi-Fi. Oh, never mind. I used the wrong code there. Right. So, enter choice. 1, we want to get WLAN 0. Oh, we can just choose one of these. Now that's nice. This is a nice program. Holy shit. Okay, so it's the best one. That would then be 72. We already got 85. We're already on that one, so we're just gonna break it to another one. Let's do 11 here. 72%. That's fine. So it will be 11, right? Yeah, 11. Information found library crypto. So waiting for beacon frame. So now making the X, it's gonna make 15,000 X, which will take a bit, but that's fine. Well, it takes a bit. I'm gonna grab my lunch because I haven't eaten lunch yet. We'll let it run, and then I'll come back and we see if this one works and if we can figure out how it works. I mean, it's probably a bit beyond me, but that's fine. It's just something fun to try out because I want to write my own way to get this done. But I need a lot more practice to understand how to do that. Give me a second. I'll go grab some food and be back in a little bit. Yes. While this runs. Ooh, I have my lunch now. So look at me for a bit. But the weird thing is, we now allow this library to be grabbed, right? To be imported. But the library writes only down that it grabs information from another library, which does not exist. So I don't really understand how this works, because the library says grab this information and put it in. But there is no information to grab, but so much still works. That confuses me. Also, are we now connected to G8C whatever? See? We are. Okay, cool. It did work. So the whole system does work pretty well. We have to go to get lib for src, which is I'm not sure if I saved it itself though. Actually, probably here. No, that's the source code for the basic stuff. No, we don't need that. It's this code over here somewhere. I was really hard outside, so if it's a lot of noise, sorry about that. Can't be helped. The rain is the rain. Where did I put that? There's a million tabs open now. Oh, no, only one. There. So you can't see this. Let's make sure you can. So this is the code that we put in there. And if I understand this, which apparently I don't, but as far as I read this whole thing makes you get a library. That, in my opinion, means get information. I might be wrong, but it seems like. And it uses function libname meta-export.so. So the library name is meta-export.so. It's not the library we have on our PC, do we? Or do that we have on our in-game PC? I don't think so. So basically, grabs nothing and it still works. Which has me stumped. Which has me stumped. Because this should grab a get library, should grab a library and pull in there, but there is not a library here, as you can see. There's not. We don't need this, by the way. This is the file kept from the previous breaking in. Oh, delete doesn't work. Crash it. We can't use that. It's fine. Delete. We do have access to the better network, so I got that earlier. There we go. Better connection. Variables are always local in scope. That means a variable called x inside one function not do with another variable called x in another function. So we have global and local variables. Local are within the function. So if you have an if statement, within that one if statement, and you put a variable x in it, then that will be function for within that if function. But if you make a function in a gray script, it will also make a global variable, which is the same, which is also x, with the same content, the same number when you put it there. Try not to use global variables if you don't have to. Okay. So what does this double function do? Print x. Prints a global x, which is 40. From somewhere it made it 40. So over there, x is 40 by that. This the normally we put this in the top. Normally we put it at the top, which is the starting information. Put it over there. That's fine. So the global variable is x is 40. Print x, print the global variables in x40. We set x is 2, which is a local variable, because right here. Print a local x with a value of 2. Print x, print a local x. Print globals x, print a global x. So here it looks at what's the closest x that we have, which is this one, this local. This one looks what's the global one, looks at this one. Okay. You can make the globals x change global x from 4 to 42. Print x, it will still go for the local one because this is global. It will look for local first, which is over there. And print global, it will go for 42. Okay. I understand how this one works. This one is not too complex. Case sensitive, we noticed that a few times already. We already made those mistakes. Case sensitivity. Well, how you use case in your own identifier is up to you. A common convention is to capitalize classes or shape, but use lowercase for variables. Thus, the following would be a perfectly sensible bit of code. Shape is new shape with a capital there. Create a shape object called shape. Okay. This is a variable here. The variable is this. This in the variable. Yes. Capitalize classes, so there's a class shape, but lowercase the variable. So the variable is this shape, and the class is new shape. Okay. Okay, that rings my brain. My brain is like, what the hell? Okay. Well, on the subject of conventions, in most cases you should avoid starting any global variables or functions names with an underscore. That for starting with an underscore are often used by the host environment for special under the hood code and name collisions there could cause problems. So don't start with underscore, which I never do anyway, so that's fine. Okay. Oh, there's double S, double equalize symbol. Brackets and loops. Okay, I will read this later, because I want to see if we can do that mission for Granted Code, because I think we can do that. So let's get everything ready. We're going back. Lunch has been eaten. There we go. So we got this this mail here with our latest code. We want to log in credentials of any user on the remote machine. Remote IP of the victim is that. Copy that. It's important that you access the correct machine behind the public IP. Okay. So let's see. Who is? Okay. So we got an email address. We got a phone number. We got a name and mail-off. And the domain name is over there. Or you access the correct machine behind the public IP. Victim's LAN is that, so we need to find this here. Okay. We got some information. Let's have a look at my data stuff, because I need to work that back. So bank user is so SSH required me to use an email. Let me see what it was again. Yeah, user at password, IP address, opt port. Okay, so we have an IP address over here. Sorry, the IP LAN is over there. So we got an mail-off. Probably should actually it's case sensitive. But that's the name. And that's the name. We can get rid of all that. But we need user at password. We need to find the passwords. Okay. So that should be password, which we don't have yet. If you know, the name is Miloff. So we can now use the mail, I believe. The main contact is Miloff, and we need to find a credential of any user on the remote machine. So this is Anne. This is the that's administrator. Yeah, administrator contact Miloff. So she's the one looking at it. We have to look for this email address. So I can just contact her. Let's see. Shift C, not Control C. So I got a mail. I can write a mail to her, but I need to know someone who is on that system. We don't have a name yet. We don't. So I could say online login issues and can paste there. The problem is, however, we don't know a name yet. We need to find a name. How do we get a name from that machine? We do know this about the organization. Maybe we can find a... maybe if we go to the interwebs, and let's have a look at the mail again. Cancel. So this is the remote machine we want to get in. And we have to get the correct machine behind the correct IP. The victim's IP LAN is that. So this is the IP we have. We can use that in the browser here. This works. We can create our own coin. Interesting. Any kind of information. Infect your own currency, service cost, yada yada. Can we get some kind of information here? So we need to find the name behind this. It cannot be Anne herself, of course. So how do we get more information from this? Let's go to the manual. Want to go for website and service, I guess, or save game for traces. I'll have to look into that later. Website services. We want to do source coin creation, create coins. Very nice. Not what I'm looking for. So by default, admin monitor sounds interesting to have. It monitors all networks to which the user is connected, notifies if any administrator is active in the network, and notifies if the user is being tracked by the administrator. Nice to know they're looking for you. That's something we want. Not what I'm looking for. Rented service, no. Log viewer. It shows the log of the actions that have been carried out on the machine, such as network connections, deletion of files, etc. If you have the necessary permissions, any program allows you to delete records. Log viewer, eh? It doesn't say we don't have it, so we have it. What does it do? Command not found. Okay, so that's not how it works. Let's see. We do for map with terminal phonics for browser and net coded. And none of those. We need to know one name. Just one name we can go for and just say I lost my login code. The problem is that there's nothing on the browser about people here. If we create a coin, password and stuff. I don't want to put in any own stuff in there, of course. Technically, I can put in whatever name I want and just log in and just give her that. Technically, I could. But that's probably not the thing I should do, right? I don't think that's what they want from us. So not much information to go for. Phone credentials of any use on a remote machine. Behind the public IP. This is the public IP right here. Do we have a way to get into stuff? Let's see, we have let's see, terminal, no File Explorer. Let's see, we got here AirCrack, Air Replay, AirMon. Those are all things to get into the air, the Wi-Fi. And after Wi-Fi is the thing we try to build, which has not been done correctly. We got our countdown there. CP, FTP, group DEL, groups, IV configure DB, kill in LS, VNmap, MKDA. Nothing here that I see that would be helpful. So let's see. This is the mail already. Yeah. Websites and services. Spec performance. The content of our hack shops is the same and the catalog of exploits are renewed at the same time, okay. Police stations. We also have a selection available to report any crime that you have discovered on your own, even if it's not reflected in the mission list. And completing police missions increase your positive karma. Keyword police. Capture the flag events, where we're not ready for that. Absolutely not. So, nothing there. Terminal programs. Ah, that's where we need to be. Network commands. Aircraft Airmon. apt-get. Install new programs hosted in remote repositories and manage updates. No. File transfer protocol is a standard network protocol used to transfer computer files between clients and a server on a computer network. We don't need to do that. Display current information about a network device installed on the machine. Interesting. Used to connect to Wi-Fi networks. Okay. We haven't used that at all, but we didn't do it legally anyway, so yeah. List of networks available. Nmap. Scan remote IPs to find open ports. We did install Nmap. So we could do Nmap on that that IP over here, if I can get it. Put spacebar there. Oh, there. One further there. So we now know that there's own ports. We've got we got ads. We got ads. We'll wait for the ads. We shall await this. Let's do it there. Gonna take that there. Just allow me to type in my own. That's interesting. Let's reopen that. Let's see if it works. Files read only. Unlock file. There we go. Okay. Let's see. That was Nmap. Scan remote IPs to find out. Actually, can I just copy this? I can. Cool. Save that. So we now know. Yeah, welcome back from the ads, guys. We now know a little bit about their own ports. All the ports are open. They got SSH on there. Isn't SSH always remote access? Doesn't mean illegally like we do it, but interesting. SSH, I should look it up again because I think we might need that. To private service through a backdoor. Once correctly connected to the remote machine, the user can use terminals to execute commands and programs that are on that machine. To be able to download files, SSH uses the command scp/d file and that. Okay. So I want to see if we can get into SSH here. I might get caught for this, very likely actually. I do this and then onto that port. Depends if the administrator is online. I don't have the code for it. So we might get caught right here. That will be funny too. We haven't gone very far anyway. So use that. We need, of course, yeah, we were trying to do that, but we need to get information. We were doing that and then was like, you can do it, but this is the passport we need here. Yes. So we cannot do that yet. Yes, so SSH not gonna help me. nmap. Let's look up. It's used to obtain IP address knowing the name of the web. We already have IP address, no problem. It uses ping. Interesting. Ping. We have a good connection. Ping successful. Okay, I was hoping we could actually say what it was. Terminal interface to interact with the installed R shell serve and manage incoming connections. I do not know what it means. Displays the user account registers on the server where SMTP server is running. Also shows if those user accounts have an email account associated with SMTP server. Ooh. Mail services. Ah, it's probably not a mail service. So this is how you can. Oh, I was curious how they got me last time. I know how they did it. They got me getting to a specific store and found the code for store. But if I use this on an email, that would work on this. I really think that would work on this. But let's try check it. Because it's not an email service, but maybe, you never know. You can try things out. Let's see. Command not found. Okay, it doesn't work. Doesn't work, unfortunate. Unfortunate. But that's mostly for service then. Sniffer. We need to install that. It doesn't require any parameters. When executed, it leaves the terminal busy by listening for outgoing connections. If the sniffer has been run on the device connected to a hub, it will capture all data that's direct to any other device connected to the same hub. That sounds useful. This way we can get data, and we might be able to crack that data, like we crack this code here. We make this device busy. We create traffic basically and just listen in. Then we can probably can crack it, not with air crack of course, but something similar I assume. And then we got who is. Okay. So nothing here that I see that would help me out too much. Sniff is interesting. Command not found. We have to install this. Yeah. Oops. Anyways, nothing here that I see that could help me out here. Servers. Nah. Permission users. Whatever. Don't know. Security. Cipher, we got that from the decrypt certain system files and converts to plain text. I got it last time. Scanlib. Allows to provide library to search for vulnerabilities. Okay, interesting. Connects to a router via its local or public IP and prints out the extended information such as firewall configuration and kernel version. Interesting, but still not what we need, I think. I mean, maybe if I had the knowledge to break in, then sure, but I don't. I'd like to go for a simple mission where I can just say, hey, this person needs his password, but therefore I need a name. So. Because I think we're going way too deep with all this stuff. We're going way too deep. Because here we don't have any credits of any of the victims. We don't know any of the names. And I don't see anything because there was nothing on the mail itself. On the browser itself was just this coin stuff. Nothing about any names. So it didn't help us much. For this one. I need to get it to a teacher's computer in the local network. And we need to change this for this person, of course. No remote IP, but once again, we need to get in there somehow. We need to find a teacher. Can we find a teacher? to a different browser. University. Got information on teacher? No, nothing yet. No information here that I can see. No, not can I click on, so there's no information here. I hope maybe there's a neighbor teacher here. And then break it through that, but no. That's not it. So, teacher root and local network. We can have a look at that IP. Doubt we learn anything from it, but let's have a look. Ah, actually, just click it. There we go. So that's the administrator is Jared Hoyen. And we have an email address of her. Of him, of her, whatever. So I could mail a person. Got a phone number. We don't have a name. Once again, we don't have a name of someone behind it. A teacher or whoever. We know Alfredo Monton, but we don't want them to be applied. Because I could actually go in with his own system. With his own name to change it, but I don't think that's the thing we should do. And then we've left. Here's the website with no thing to do. So the problem is basically this one, right? Yeah. There's a problem. And of course we don't get any more tutorials, which is also kind of weird. So yeah. Because what do I want to do with that? I think we should buy more codes for that. That would be here. X shop. Tools and exploits. Yes. The main service of and programs of a computer depend on the libraries they have installed. For example, an SSH server has the libsh.so library installed in the system. The libraries usually have vulnerabilities that can be attacked to gain access to the machine. As these vulnerabilities are exploited, library developers will discover and patch them. Publishing updates so that any system administrator can patch it. Due to the nature of software development, library updates will bring new errors and vulnerabilities that users may exploit. That's the whole in-and-forth system. Therefore, some versions will be safer than others. However, the latest version is not necessarily the safest. To search for exploits in the store, you have to select the library and the version you want to hack. The version. After pressing search, a list will appear with the exploit published in that time. Classify exploit in two classes: local use and remote use. Remote exploits are those that can be run from any computer to attack any remote machine connected to the internet. This type of vulnerability is reserved for libraries of programs that have services open to the outside, such as SH, FTP, SMTP, and SQL. In the description of the exploit in the store, it is detailed what type of permissions are obtained if the exploit is executed successfully. Some exploits then. But then we need to know something about the library. We get to know about that. For example, execute an exploit gives you access to a terminal on the victim's computer. Depending on the type of exploit, you have root, guest, or common user access to the machine. The exploits of a local use can only be executed from the victim's machine since they use vulnerabilities. The libraries of the operating software such as edit.so, kernel, module.so, and net.so does not have direct access to outside. This means that in order to successfully run a local exploit, you first need to have gained access at least as a guest to the remote machine. Yeah. Usually these type of exploits are used to escalate privileges on a remote machine. So you come in as a guest and you escalate yourself to user and then to root or something better. Or it's faster. For example, if you have access to this machine, guest, yeah. That's fine. Since some vulnerabilities require that specific behavior occurs in the program in order to exploit it, some exploits need certain requirements to be met in order to run successfully. Yeah. It's advisable to save some money and hire a rent server where you can do your tests and prepare the next attack in private without the danger of alerting the authorities. Yes. When you select exploit, buy it, you have the option to download the source code or the complete compiled version. You want to download the exploited source code to review and compile it yourself with the code editor. Check the source code version. That you want to download the exploit ready to be used in the terminal, leave the box unchecked. Libraries have often more hidden vulnerabilities than those found in exploit provision hack shops. These vulnerabilities can be scanned with the ScanDib tool to program your own exploits. If you're interested in programming, check out the scripting section of the manual for more information. I did read that, and I will do more of it, but that's complex. Okay, you may close this window. Didn't help me much. To be fair, did not help me much. So, let's see. We did found SH. That's something we have. Never mind. We used Sniffer. Didn't work. We got Who Is. But I know nothing about their libraries though. No library in there. We got .info. We got a contact. We got an email address and we got a phone number. Oh, these are missions by maybe other players. Cool. We can't do that. Back to the shop. So I need a job that I can actually execute and earn some money. What of information for police record? Infiltrate the network to modify the state of certain charges. The problem is we're very likely not going to get another name. I need to find out how to find a name on a system. Any name. I don't know how to do that yet. Exit remote machine, we got that one before. It works. Gotta go keep it up. They never say much. Look up the Greyhack API and documentation. I'll have to look into that, yes, indeed. Because there is some basic information that I just don't know, which I need to find. Some basic tactics. But I will look into it. Anyways, I am going to call it because my voice is dying. I need some rest. I'll try some more tomorrow. I'll try to see if I get some basic information, read the API, read the documentation, just find out more. But I think it's really cool, but I need a little bit more how. I need a little bit more how. Yeah. Anyways, I have not been hacked today, so that is a win. That's a definite win. Anyways, let's try not to get hacked, and we'll continue tomorrow with some more Greyhack and see if we can actually get better. I mean, we've made some progress. We got to a new system, and we've messed around with the code editor a little bit. Got some things working, some things not. Fixed a few things. Found a few errors we couldn't fix. Things have happened today, and it's good. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a very nice rest of your day. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more. And we're gonna get better at this. We're gonna improve every day. Anyways, see you later, guys. Goodbye.